In this video, we'll learn how to solve the equations when you have equality of two complex numbers. And the rule is when you have a plus bi is equal to c plus di. You know that a and c are real numbers or real terms, and bi and di are imaginary parts or imaginary terms. So all you need to do is just make the real parts equal each other, and also the imaginary parts equal each other. So a is equal to c because they are real parts, and b is equal to d because they are imaginary parts. Let's take an example. Find the values of x and y. X plus y I is equal to 3 plus 2i plus 2 minus I. All right. Before doing that, before make them equal, before make the real parts equal and the imaginary parts equal, let's simplify the side on the right. So here you have parentheses here. So there is no need to write down the parentheses as long as you don't have any number outside. So x plus yi is equal to, remove the parentheses, to be 3 plus 2i. And then also here you don't have any number outside of the parentheses. That means you multiply 1 by each term. So it's 2 minus I. I mean, you can remove the parentheses. Now here, the real parts, x on the left-hand side, and 3 and 2 on the right-hand side. So x is equal to 3 plus 2. That means x is equal to 5. All right. Let's do that with the imaginary parts. I mean, y is equal to 2 minus 1, because we have 1 here besides I. And 2 minus 1 is 1, of course, so y is equal to 1. So x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 1. These are the answers. Find x and y. X plus y I is equal to 2 minus 3i all to the power of 2. Let's simplify the right-hand side because you have the power of 2 here. And remember, the rule is a minus b squared is equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. I mean the first term by itself, the second term by itself, and then the first term by the second term by 2. All right, so here, we don't have any trouble with the left-hand side, so keep it as x plus y I is equal to, and here on the right-hand side, the first term by itself, 2 times 2 is equal to 4, and negative 3i times negative 3i, the second term by itself, is 9i squared. And the first term by the second term by 2, 2 times negative 3i is negative 6i, and then multiplying by 2 is negative 12i. But you don't... all right, here you have I squared, by the way. And you remember, I squared is equal to negative 1. So negative 1 times 9 is negative 9. So x plus y I is equal to 4 minus 12i minus 9. All right. Now here, where are the real parts? Yeah, the real parts are the terms that don't have I, which are x on the left-hand side and 4 and negative 9 on the right-hand side. So x is equal to 4 minus 9, which is negative 5. Now here, let's get y. Y is equal to negative 12, the imaginary parts. All right, so the answer is x is equal to negative 5 and y is equal to negative 12. Find the values of x and y. 2x minus y plus x minus 2y times I is equal to 5 plus I. All right. Now here the real parts with the real parts. I mean 2x minus y is equal to 5. Now this is the first equation. And the imaginary parts with the imaginary parts. I mean x minus 2y is equal to 1, because here you have 1 besides I. All right. Now here you can't solve these equations separately because these equations are two variables of second, or I mean the first degree. All right, let's do it simultaneously. And to do that, you have to have the same coefficient of one variable in opposite signs. I mean, let's focus on x, for example, the variable x. Now, the coefficient of x in the first equation is 2, but the coefficient of x in the second equation is 1. So let's multiply the second equation by -2 to be the same coefficient in opposite signs. So here to be 2 and here to be -2. So let's keep the first equation, 2x minus y is equal to 5. And the second equation will multiply the second equation by -2. So -2x and -2y multiplied by -2 is 4y, or plus 4y is equal to, and 1 times -2 is -2. All right. Now you have the same coefficient with opposite sides, 2 and -2. All right, so 2x minus 2x is 0, and -1 plus 4 is equal to 3y is equal to 5 minus 2 is 3. So to get rid of 3, you divide both terms by 3. So dividing by 3 and dividing by 3, 3 and 3 cancel each other out. So you have y is equal to 3 divided by 3 is 1. So the first value, y is equal to 1. Let's use y to get x. Let's substitute in the second equation, for example, which is x minus 2y is equal to 1. So x minus 2 times 1, because y is equal to 1, is equal to 1. X and -2 times 1 is -2 is equal to 1. Moving -2 to the other side, so x is equal to 1 plus 2, which is 3. So x is equal to 3. Find x and y. X squared minus y squared plus x plus y times I is equal to 4i. All right. Now here you have the real parts, x squared minus y squared in the left-hand side, and you don't have any real parts in the right-hand side. That means 0 on the right-hand side. So x squared minus y squared is equal to 0. So this is the first equation. And the real, or I mean the imaginary parts, I mean the terms with I, x plus y in the left-hand side, and 4 on the right-hand side. So x plus y is equal to 4. All right. Remember this equation of the first degree and this one of the second degree. So here you can get one variable of the first degree and you can substitute it in the second degree. Let's do it with x. So get x by itself. So moving y to the other side, you have x is equal to 4 minus y. So you can substitute in the equation number 1. So and instead of writing down x, you write down 4 minus y all to the power of 2 minus y squared is equal to 0. And 4 minus y squared, just multiply the first term by itself, which is 16, and the second term by itself, which is positive y squared. And here in the middle, you multiply the first term by the second term by 2. So 4 times negative y is negative 4y, and times 2 is negative 8y. And in the other side, you have 0. If you simplify on the left-hand side, y squared minus y squared is 0, so they cancel each other out. So you have left with 16 minus 8y is equal to 0. Moving 16 to the other side, so negative 8y is equal to negative 16. Dividing both sides by negative 8 to cancel 8, or to get rid of negative 8, which is the coefficient of y. So negative 8 and negative 8 cancel each other out. So you have y is equal to, and negative 16 divided by negative 8 is 2. So what about of x? You already have y. So you can use the value of y to substitute in any equation. Let's do it with equation number 2. So x is equal to 4 minus y, which is 2. 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. So the answer is x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 2.